Let's start with, I'll just give you a very brief rundown by time. At about 2 p.m. yesterday, the arrival of the advance party of the OBP inside the complex of the House of Representatives. And about 2 hours after that, just before 4 p.m., the security team of the Vice President coordinated with our Legislative Security Bureau. And we basically briefed them about our House rules and the security protocols and guidelines. At about 4 o'clock, we received an advice from the security that the Vice President is on her way. However, it was not until 1945, or about 2 hours after, that the Vice President actually arrived. And she was brought directly to the visitor center of the House of Representatives, situated at near the South Gate. There, we also brought Yusek Zulaika Lopez for them to meet. And they were there until 10 o'clock, which is our based on our house rules. That's the latest that we will allow visitors to our detained guests. And at about 10 o'clock, the Vice President, together with Yusek Lopez, actually prepared to leave the premises of the visitor center, as we have requested. However, after 3 minutes, that Attorney Lopez started heading her way back to our detention center, the Vice President, at about 10:05, also rode her convoy, which is right adjacent to our South Gate. And we were all assuming that she will start turning right, exiting the House of Representatives. However, her convoy went straight ahead, heading towards the Southwest Annex. South Wing Annex, sorry. And we talked over the phone with the security, and we were informed that the VP will just change using the room of the Honorable Pulong Duterte. And so we waited. But waited until 1 hour. At about 11 p.m., I started to proceed to the office of the Honorable Duterte to find out what's going on, what's causing the delay. At about 11:30 p.m., I personally appealed to the protocol and the security of the Vice President at room 304 if they could possibly already leave the premises, as there's always a practice during long weekends that we turn off power in all our buildings. If you will note, if you will go around Congress during Thursday na walang pasok ng Biyernes, Sabado at Linggo, ino-off po talaga natin yung power. One, it's because to save on energy, dahil centralize ang air conditioning. And second, to prevent po yung occurrence ng electrical fire. Dahil hindi po natin alam kung mayroon nakapag-iwan ng mga chargers or laptops or whatnot sa kanya-kanya mga opisina. So standard po natin ginagawa yun. And normally nga po, it's at 10:30 na ginagawa natin na ino-off. In the case last night, in deference to the Vice President, inabot po tayo ng 12:30 bago natin talagang in-off na. So, simula ho midnight or 12:30 in the morning hanggang kanina umaga, the close-in team of the Vice President stayed locked inside room 304. So about 7:30 this morning, upon request of our personnel and finance office, we had to turn on the power again dahil magtatrabaho po sila sa SWA. So that's about 7:30 this morning. 8 o'clock, the Vice President, security team remained locked inside the room 304. At 10:53, We noticed the Vice President together with entourage left the room of the Honorable Pulong Duterte, and we followed her all the way to the detention facility. At 11:07 this morning, the Vice President was allowed by the chairman of the Governance Committee to visit and once again discuss with Attorney Zulaika Lopez at our House of Representatives Custodial Center. That's about all I have for you. Thank you.
Sir, General Taas, wala naman siya complaint na, syempre, nawala ng kuryente, so magdamag siyang walang power doon.
Wala ho kaming narinig na complaint dahil I would assume dahil hindi naman ho kami nagkulang ng pag-remind. Sinabi ho namin na baka uminit at sana ho maintindihan ninyo dahil policy ho sa house ito para makaiwas tayo sa aksidente at makatipid din po tayo ng kuryente. Isipin nyo kung isang kwarto lang yung ating bibigyan ng kuryente pero kailangan yung kabuuan umaandar ho yung air conditioning unit na imagine nyo na ho kung gaano kalaking
General, dun sa huling pag-uusap nyo, nakita namin kanina, kailan daw po aalis dito si VP? May sabi po ba siya? Ano po bang sentimiento niya?
Hindi po namin napag-usapan yung kailan siya aalis. As far as yung kailan siya aalis, is yung usapan between us at saka yung security at saka yung protocol. Hindi po tayo nagsasabi kay Vice President noon. However, ang napag-usapan po namin kanina is hinihintay ko lamang bago ko siya papasukin doon sa detention facility, yun nung approval ng aming butihing chairman na indeed, inaprubahan po yung pagbisita doon sa detention facility. Dahil kung matandaan po ninyo, kahapon ho, hindi yung detention yung pinag-meetingan nila. Doon po tayo sa visitor center dahil strict ho yung mga protocols sa detention center. Kaya ho, mas maganda doon sa kabila. Yun ang pinag-uusapan namin. Sabi ko, baka pwede po na doon tayo sa kabila. Pero minarapat ng ating Vice President na Tito. At inaprubahan naman ating chairman.
Last from my end, Sir, Congressman Chua, kayo po, ano po ang sentiments ng komite dito sa nangyayari ngayon dito na pagbisita po ni VP Sara?
Well, briefly, bigyan ko muna kayo ng background kung ano po yung mga nangyari. Nagkaroon po ng mga exchanges of correspondence. Nagpadala po sa akin ng sulat, mga letter requests, ang si Attorney Zulaika, ganun din po si Vice President, at saka si Congressman Pulong Duterte. Ang request po ni Attorney Zulaika, una, ay kung po pwede siyang i-allow na pumunta sa kanyang therapy. So, ito po ay sa ating pong correspondence, pinapayagan po natin siya provided ibibigay po niya yung oras, yung lugar, at saka i-escortan po siya ng ating Sergeant at Arms, tao ng Sergeant at Arms. Pangalawa, sumulat po sa atin si Vice President kung po pwede na mag-stay siya kasama si Attorney Zulaika for the duration ng kanyang detention. Ito po ay hindi natin inalaw dahil unang-una hindi naman po siya part ng naikukulong. So, pero sumulat uli siya, humingi siya ng permiso kung po pwede na mabisita niya si Attorney Zulaika at yun naman po ay pinayagan naman po natin. Ang isa pa pong sulat na natanggap po natin kay Congressman Pulong Duterte, kung po pwede, instead na dun sa detention facility, ilipat dun sa kanyang office. Doon na lang i-house si Attorney Lopez. Ito po hindi natin pinayagan dahil otherwise, ang mangyayari po niyan, yung susunod po, yung mga iba pa pong mga may connection o may mga kaibigan na congressman, gano'n na lang po ang gagawin. So sa amin pong paniniwala ay bad precedent po pag pinayagan po natin. At saka siyempre, ayaw naman po natin na magbigay ng pabor. Gusto naman po natin pantay-pantay po lahat ang mga i-detain po dito. Sumulat po ulit sa atin si Attorney Zulaika may mga 5 po siyang concessions na hinihingi. Una, na mabigyan siya ng companion para masamahan siya sa kanyang pag-i-stay. Ito po ay pinagbigyan po natin dahil alam naman po natin yung kanyang condition. Meron po siyang back condition. In fact, doon po sa committee hearing, provided yung kanyang companion ay na pinayagan po natin ay isang miyembro ng kanyang immediate family. Ang pangalawang concession na hinihingi po niya ay mabigyan siya ng daily visit ng kanyang personal physician para ma-check yung kanyang health status. At ito naman po ay ating pinagbigyan na payagan siya provided na makipag-coordinate sa ating Sergeant at Arms, sa opisina ng Sergeant at Arms at sumunod sa mga guidelines. Pangatlo po, humingi po siya ng permiso para regularly na magkaroon ng rehabilitation session sa kanyang frozen shoulder. So ito po pinayagan po natin provided na yung time, yung place, at saka siya ay bibigyan ng escort ng ating Sergeant at Arms. Pangatlo, humihingi siya ng security personnel na po pwede na may designate. So, ito po pumayag tayo subject to the condition na tayo yung security po natin dito sa house ang ibibigay po natin. At ang ikalima po, nabigyan siya ng permiso na yung staff at saka council niya, bisitahin siya sa Sunday dahil meron daw in preparation for the Monday's hearing. At ito naman po pinayagan natin, subject sa guidelines ng OSA at binigyan natin siya ng oras from 1 to 7 p.m. So, yun po. So, halos, kung makikita naman po ninyo, halos lahat naman po ng hiningi nila na concessions ay binigay natin subject to certain conditions.